Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Skylines brought to you by Jezza Plays. Today we are going to focus on this road that we've been saying for the last two episodes we're going to do. We're actually going to fix it. We're going to move all this road, make one big one coming out there with another mini roundabout here so that people can choose off where they want to go. In fact, we might just make a junction here and we will have a dirt road leading off it straight up to here so that we don't lose our access to our landfills. I'm hoping, 2 seconds, there we go. I'm hoping that this is a 35% full. I'm hoping that'll empty. Once that empties, I can destroy it or get rid of it. And all of our rubbish will go to the recycling centre, which is what we want. This is nice and treed off, I think, so I'm happy with that. I am going to bring in some storage units, which I tend to avoid, but I'm going to have to. Because all these people who are complaining are exporting the product. And that means that the 7 trucks here are going all the way around, all the way up there, all the way to the next city, which is off the map, exporting the products, and then coming back. And that's why it's taking so long. So if we have a storage unit down where these are, and we move these up to here, then what should happen is the trucks from here should take them to the storage unit. The trucks from the storage unit should take them to where these are, and then the trucks from these should export them out, sell them on, and so and so. So that's our plan there. And then what I've also installed is the Move It mod, which is here. Now the Move It mod means that you can move roads or trees or whatever you need to move. So for example, you would just shift it a bit there and it just makes things look a bit neater. So what I have done is I've pulled all these a bit more to the left and I've pulled this all the way more to the left. And that's just so we can increase these a little bit, get a few more houses in this little area. And I'm hoping that we hit our 6,500 either this episode or next episode, and that's when we can start unlocking more interesting things. So we'll just crack straight into it. We've got quite a bit of demand for pretty much everything. We've got more commercial and more industrial than anything. But what we'll do is we'll get a few shops going on here. Keep the people happy. Like that. We can get a house on there. It won't be too much of an issue, I don't think. Around here we can also get some more houses. I'm aware that that is so close to a main road, but you know what? People live next to main roads, so it's going to be the same on this game. Now you'll notice here, T-zone, here we've got a slight issue because we've got a few houses just propped up randomly, and that's just because it's messed up a little bit while I've been moving things and moving roads around and that sort of thing, which is frustrating, but you know what? It happens. So we'll plot. So what we've got is a good rate of car flow. Now traffic flow is one of the most important things. The busiest part, well this is quite busy here to be fair. Why is that so busy then? I guess it's just cars want to go everywhere there, aren't they? And there's, yeah, that junction there takes a while. They are all linked up, but they're only linked up here, so I actually need to put, that's okay, that's an easy fix. From this bit round here, turns toggle snapping off. In fact, no, we're going to do it on this bit here. Do it here. Oh. Space already occupied by what? What's that? That's just a house. There we go. And then if we just turn off our traffic lights, like that. And then what that means for us is, hold on. Yep, still got some houses there, so that's okay. And what that means for us is that less people are going to be using this one, and they're all going to start coming down here when they need to as well. So that should reduce the usage of that. It might not, but it might. Yeah, you see, he's already using it, whereas he would before would go all the way back around. And it's all about many connections like that. That's quite an important part of the game. So we've got, what districts do we have? We've got 2 districts. We've got this one of, no, wrong, that's the Victoria Meadows. Where's the actual district? Has it got a district? It does. Aha, district's down there. Sheffield Square has 2,400 people. And this one only has 2,200. But what we are going to do is get some high-rise buildings around here when we unlock them at 6,500. So let's get straight on with sorting out our industry. So let's have a look. Before we move anything, we want to see how we actually want to play this out. So we're going to have that basically coming all the way down to there. So we're going to put another dirt road in, and we'll throw the dirt road for now in like that. Now, they're going to come up to the dirt road. So around here, we're going to have our logging, our storage areas. So we want just standard, or we'll have two large log yards, I think. Well, large is a bit large. So we'll just do 2 for now. And that's going to go there and here. And then that means that on the other side, so I guess down here like this. So I guess on the end there. I guess on the end here. And I guess on the end here. Like that. And then that go like that. That power is not connected to anything, but nor does it need to, so that's good, because that means we've got rid of that power. And eventually, when we build around here as well, they'll connect, so that one will go. This one here is not needed, because they now connect. And then hopefully that won't be needed eventually. That'll be connected to something. That is going around there, because that's all going. I'm just trying to minimize what I've got to use. So, set these up 2. Balance keeps it half. Empty keeps it by selling, so we'll keep them on balance for now. What I think is going to happen, and this is why I sometimes don't use storage units, is what will end up happening is they're going to end up importing a large amount of logs from other places, other cities in the game, which obviously we can't see, but we know they are around, and they'll import them on at a great cost so that this can be half full. And that's because all these are in use, so it makes sense. I understand it. So that's going to cost us quite a bit of money. But then once it's all imported, it should stay balanced out. But should is a strong word here. So you've got what you need. So in here, yeah, so we are already importing some in. But they can now fill up these yards. And let's actually put one on empty and one on fill, I think. And that means that this one will be... So where's that going? So that's exporting the product. So we shouldn't have any products here, and we should fill them up here. We shouldn't really be importing many. We're importing 160, but then we're going to eventually, hopefully, output some. Because these trucks are now going to go around, pick it up from there, and come back. Now, when it comes to this one-road system, because I do want to implement that at some point, I think that's quite vital. I don't think this is as vital, but we are going to keep it there. My plan is that they come out and they'll go down there and out, or they can go down this one and out, or these. Oh no, yeah, we'll work it out eventually. We'll leave it for now though. So we'll just see how that goes for a bit. Hopefully that starts making some more money, and hopefully we don't import too much. That should also reduce the amount of people who are begging for jobs. These are all full of workers, but tell you what we'll do. We'll get another one in there like that. And let's get another one in here as well. That looks quite good like that. That's got some more people working. And I'm hoping that keeps people at bay just for now until we hit our 6,500 when we can start putting offices in. I mean, offices are going to be beachside, obviously. We won't have any offices here. This is going to be our our smaller section. Make sure you've all got plenty of water. I like how this is done. So what I was going to do last episode is throw some trees in here, but I just forgot. Just get some large trees here with a brush size of maybe 26 will do. And they're not building for some reason. Okay, so they only build if they can. So if I do that, nope, that. So they can only sometimes build there, which is a bit strange, actually. So let's try that again. Let's singly put them in. So I can singly put them in, that's fine. Trying to keep this, you know, as nice as possible without wasting too much. And there's traffic lights there, I think. Are they traffic lights? Oh, there's something, aren't they? They're not traffic lights, it's fine. Some stop signs. There are other things you can do, for example, on junctions, but, you know, they mean nothing to me. I have no idea. This is a one that I see a lot of people use, but I don't know. I don't know what they do, and I'm not, at the moment, prepared to find out. We're just going to litter this with a few trees. Like so. Now obviously we don't want too many. We're just really separating the main roads and the junctions. And then if we put some nice trees which are not really many, is there? I guess these are alright. Some nice trees down there. You know, just separating this dual carriageway. That'll do for now. We are getting trees in the nation. That's in the city. That's all that matters here. We are not importing any. Good. They should now not be able to complain because there is enough resources because we've got this one here. So where are the trucks from here? There's 2 in use. So the trucks from these, which are not being used in this one. So let's put that on empty. And then now that that's on empty, they should be selling them off. So there we go. Where are you going? Why are you exporting? Why aren't you going to the local business? You know what? It's fine. Put them both unbalanced, and we'll just see what happens. We'll let that play out. More people are getting jobs. That's all that matters. So now, okay, yeah, this is what I was afraid of, and it has happened. So all of these trucks have come in from another city. Yep, this is what I was afraid of. This is what I knew was going to happen. None of these are from this area, and they're all going to fill this up. What a shame. What a shame that it doesn't work how you want it to. So we're just going to sit here, guys, and let this heap of traffic come on through. Alright, I think that is everyone who was going to import has now imported. What happened there was I set it to balance, and balance means that it's going to stay between 50 and 70% full usually, there or thereabouts. Where does it say here? About half full. So because it wasn't, the game immediately imports everything. When you're importing, it's obviously costing us loads of money. But now that these are balanced, these trucks will bring them off there, so they'll use them resources. The natural resources we've got here will go in here when this isn't full. Not enough buyers, but you know, when all 7 are in use because they're exporting it. When this doesn't become full because they're used there, it will balance itself out. It's just that initial start, which is so frustrating because it really does clog up our roads. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this. Now then, let's have a look. So that's all one way. So let's do it now. I wasn't going to do it straight away, but we have to. It's becoming a bit of a joke, really. So from here, you can stretch around there, like that, perfectly. You can now, let's get rid of them. Get rid of them. So you need to be dual carriageway anyway, because that's what this is. This is the start of the dual carriageway, so let's make you all a dual carriageway. So you just sit like that. For now, and for now only, because we will be getting rid of it, you just sit like that. Doesn't really bother me too much. And then we've got a dirt one coming off here for our forest. So for now, that's how that's going to sit. Oh, no one's got any electricity here by those things. So your electricity for you lot. You are electricity for these lot. Honestly. How did that not just fit? But you will all connect eventually. So, let's get this set up, because you know how I like my roundabouts to be perfect. I might have to increase the roundabout size as well, actually. Just been thinking about that. Just because there's a lot of traffic on here. Now, people are in the wrong lane here, and that doesn't help. And there has been a lot of traffic on here, you know, recently, which also doesn't help. But there we go. So make sure everyone's in the right lane. It would be good if we had a 3-lane, but I don't think we've got. There's no such thing as a 3-lane road, unless you're using it's a 6-lane, or there's a 3-lane highway road, which we could use, to be fair, if it gets too busy. But you've got to remember, a lot of these are, yeah, a lot of these. That's fine. That's not too much. That's almost empty. Well, it's emptying, and that's quite important. This looks good now, and I think this will. I say as you know this happens. That's because this is full. These shouldn't be full, which is annoying. But over time, they will sort themselves out, especially if we get more of these actually. So, are you just standard sawmills? Yeah, you are. So let's get 2 more sawmills in play. One there, one there. You all got a bit of water. So when people flock to them to work, they should then be able to go around, drag it out here. I think we'll leave it and see how it goes. We'll have to. So this is fire service, that's good, that's right. We haven't really got anyone living around there yet, but that's not our demand. I can't believe our demand for people living here hasn't gone up massively yet. That park's looking good, and we've still got a lot of people visiting it, even though I've put the prices up. And what about this one? Yep, people still visiting, even though the price is all the way up to £10 for this one. I can't remember, I think it is. Parking for, yeah, £10. No one's going to pay £10. Our schools are still doing good, I think, as well. It's really annoying because it's just constantly, like, elementary is not the best, I guess. The library's good, people are still using the library. We will get university in when needed, but that's, I don't think, yeah, we have that 6,500. That's when everything sort of comes into play at 6,500. We could put hospitals down, you know, we haven't actually got a hospital. In fact, we don't have a hospital, do we? No. So let's get a nice hospital down. In fact, is there a demand for it? There's not a demand for it. So since there's not a demand for it, we're not going to. And now we could put childcare and elder care in. And we could do it by the sea, actually. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? In fact, yeah, they can sit down here. So which one's this one? Is this elder care or childcare? Elder care. Go there, keeping people happy. Childcare, I guess, would want to be sort of down here as well. That's for children and teens, and that's for the elderly. You know, it's nice to have that in there. And because of this dual carriageway, people can just easily access them now, so that's not too much of an issue. We've still got parking restrictions on, guys. Come on. I wish you could fine. That's what I'm about. I'm all about fining people for not doing what they're meant to do. You lot are really struggling with bins. Which makes me really frustrated, actually, because I thought I did a good job with this. But the fact that none of yous have bins is quite disgusting, actually. And it's possibly because that's why we can't have any in use, because we're emptying you. So what we're going to do for now is we're going to stop emptying, but we're going to turn off. And that just gives us a bit of time to process all the rubbish. Yeah, that was what's happening. So we had a lot of trucks who were actually stuck here, who weren't going out to collect rubbish, because they were still processing all the rubbish there. And you can't collect litter when you've got no trucks available, because you're emptying here. So we'll wait for all the demand to go down, wait for everything to get caught up, and then we'll start it again. I quite like that. I wish there was an agricultural bit in the middle. In fact, I just remembered. I think I could put agriculture, can't I? Brush size of 121. I can. I'm tempted to just get some. I didn't realise you were able to do that. I think that's a bit cheating, but I think we'll put some agriculture there. We'll have maybe a roundabout there. Ooh. Power's cut. Why is our power cut out? What has happened to our power? Why are you not producing as much as you're meant to be? That's okay, that's not an issue. Quick fix is to put more down. I wish they'd do more here. I can't believe they don't. So we can get some water as required, so we'll just keep it down here. Have a nice little, have another 2, why not? So our power's still quite low, but until we hit our, we hit hydro, not, you know, soon. Until we hit solar, we are just going to focus mainly on this. I don't want to put too many down, but we're going to have to put another down. Electricity production is now way higher than it should be, which is good. Rubbish is finally getting collected over here, just slowly but surely is all it is, guys. And it really is. Every time I'm like, oh, I need to do this, so I'll get this done that episode. And then I never end up doing it because I'm just managing everything instead. That's not what we want. We don't want traffic lights there. So we will also get some paths done because these people are crossing the road and that's going to stop the cars. We want the cars to just go instantly. In fact, because this is quite a busy crossing, we are gonna sort our lanes out for it. You can cross there or go straight on. You can go that way or indeed that way. That's right. That means everyone's going the right way there, and that's what it's all about. Still complaining about rubbish, are we? Of course we are. Nothing better to do we? Get rid of your own rubbish. What's happening and why is there a delay? There shouldn't be a delay now, and all 25 are actually in play, so that'll just be time. Because once that's gone, this clear road will be for that. Once this has all been dezoned, which it can't be until we hit 6,500 people, and then we'll dezone all. Right. Bloody fires. Target's on fire, so I can't even get rid of it. Once all that gets dezoned, we won't have to worry about anything up there. So you're after rubbish as well. Everyone's just struggling with rubbish, you know. You lot don't have enough resources. These are at 100% full, even though they shouldn't be. Even though they should only be at 50% full. But I think we're making a bit of money on this now. Nope, we're not making anything. No, yes, I am. So, what I did there, guys, is I waited a few seconds. It's caught up with itself. I am making a profit, finally. I'm actually making 10,000 a week. And that's just because I've had the patience and I've waited a while. And now my plants are finally doing something. Pretty much all these freight trucks are in use, of these bigger ones anyway. And what we're doing is we're collecting resources from there for the storage, from the storage to there, and we're making quite a bit of money, so that's great. So it's nice to know that that's valuable, and it's nice to know that, you know, it's taken a while, but it's got done. So we're kind of just waiting now. I mean, there's a number of things we can do, but we are just trying to hit that 6,500 because we don't want to spend too much more money on increasing the size of our industry. We could... No, there's nothing really we can do. So we are just going to go slow time at the moment. I am just going to keep putting these down just so we've got a lot. Just so we can keep the population going. These lot cannot claim there's not enough raw materials when there quite clearly is enough raw materials. And then what we could do actually is get another, in fact we don't need to do that. We could get this furniture factory in, which is, where are we at? Got a furniture factory here. It's quite a size though, it's a very good size. And that would sit sort of, I guess, no, we're going to leave it. We're just going to leave it and let it roll for a few minutes, guys. So what I'll do is I'll let this roll for the next 5 minutes or so, and then we'll end the episode there. Okay, so most of our rubbish issue has solved itself. We've literally got 1 or 2 houses which have that issue, but you know, rubbish trucks are coming. There's one there, and that's come to pick that one up. I don't know how you've still got an issue when that truck was just there, or maybe one of you lot must have come to collect it then. No, yep, perfect. There we go. So they're using this as a turning point for some reason. I can't work out why, but I guess that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. I have had a look because I was a bit worried that this wasn't dealing with all the rubbish, and it does. It goes through every single bit of rubbish, so that's not an issue at all. The issue we had was this truck here was actually using all the reserves from a large recycling centre, so we are just going to wait for that to hit itself. We can also grow the city, so we're going to purchase a new tile, and that new tile is going to be over here. Or is it going to be over here? Ooh. We've got quite a lot we can do here, because we could do this in building the train station, but we're not big enough yet for the train station. So no, we're not. We are going to purchase this one here. So with this new pit, we're going to bring an intersection here, where cars can freely come off and go back on. And we're going to have some high-rise buildings down there with a new district. Some office buildings also mixed in with them. And we're going to leave this right side alone for a bit. We're then going to purchase one more out and get something built on this little island, I think. Maybe some touristy areas if we can. We are obviously needing a lot of industry, but I'm so tempted to just wait until we hit our 6,500. And once we've hit our 6,500, we don't have to worry. Now I could, in fact, I'm going to have to do it. So what we're going to do, we're going to place down some, so get the brush size a bit bigger. Place down some fertile land there. That's a park, wrong one. We're going to paint this industrial area here. Perfect, so cut that corner off. Okay, so this is a industrial park at the moment, but I will place down a farming bit, which will be our farming building, and we'll have a junction coming off here and going around for it, and this will be our farming section over here, and we might have that same road connecting up to there, and then that'll be this whole area connected, and that'll be quite nice for this block. I think that'll be quite good. What we'll also do is we'll probably throw a fire station down here somewhere and see if we can connect it up to this. I'm not sure how we're going to do it yet. Well, actually I might just throw a fire station at the end here, and then that can be connected to that, and then we've got a fire station for each district and a fire station for our industry. And once we've done that, I can actually get rid of these as well. Quite excited. Right guys, so that's everything for this episode. Thanks so much for stopping by. Thank you very much for everything. If you did like that, please do leave a like and subscribe. Any comments, any feedback. If you want a name, if you want to name a park, a city, or the district, please do leave that in the comment section, and I'll be sure to have a look and see what an appropriate and good name is for it. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next episode.